Hello, my students. How are you? I hope you are all right now. Now we are going to study about application letter. This lesson is aimed that you are able to write an application letter. Moreover, you are sitting in the 12th grade now. So it is better if you know how to write an application letter because maybe most of you want to apply, want to looking for a job. So it is better if you know how to write an application letter. What is an application letter? A letter that you write to company or organization when you are applying for a job. Importance. The letter of application is like a personal sales letter because of its task of selling the personality and qualification to the applicant's future employee. Purpose. To secure an interview, eventually to obtain a job. So the purpose of an application letter to obtain a job, to looking for a job. This is the parts of application letter. We begins from heading and then inside address and salutation and then body of letter and then complimentary clause and finally signature. We begins from heading. How to write heading? Take a look please. Heading contain the address of the sender and the date on which the letter is being written. Example, 30 Sutomo Street, Pematang Siantar, August 12, 2020. So this is the street, what's the name of the street and the number of your house. And you write the letter in 12 August 2020 in Pematang Siantar. That is for instance. This is for example. Maybe this is your letter. So you write the heading in the top left of your paper. That is heading. Now follow inside address. Inside address contains the name of the employer's, his or her position's company's name and the address of the company or organization. Example, to the principal of SMA Negeri 1 Simanindo. Maybe you want to be a teacher or the employer in the school, so the employer, your letter is aimed to the principal of SMA Negeri 1 Simanindo. If you want to looking for in a job in a company, so the employer in the company, maybe the director, etc. This is the application letter. After heading, follow inside address. This is the example. Dr. Johnson, President Indomie Company, 23 Stomo Street, Medan. This is the address of the company. This is the employer. So the employer as a President Indomie in the company, and this is the address. Next. The third, salutations. Salutation is an expression of greeting to the employer that comes immediately before the body of the letter. Example, Dear Dr. Villanueva. In Indonesian language, this is salam hormat or dengan hormat Dr. Villanueva. This is the example of an application letter. Heading, inside address, and salutation. Next. The body of the letter. In this part, where you may convey all the messages you want your reader to understand. So, in the body of the letter, you write some messages of you, and the reader understand what you have written. The first paragraph attract the attention of the employer. So you have to be effort to make the employer attract to the to your letter. The first sentence, the way the writer come to know of the job opening, from whom or from what publication, advertisement, or any sorts of information that you learn the job opening. So in the first paragraph, in the first sentence, you write sorts of informations that you learn the job opening. For example, my past professor, Dr. Nora Garcia, has informed me of an opening in your company for an accounting major who is interested in managerial accounting. And this is the example of application letter. After salutations, come the body of the letter. B. Second paragraph. Create the employer's interest or desire in your application by indicating your educational attainment. For example, I am a recent graduate of the University of Nova. The accounting courses and training I obtained from this institution stress up-to-date procedures, principles, and theories that will enable me to have expertise in the job I am applying for. So in the second paragraph, you create the employer's interest or desire in your application. So you have to write what educational attainment you have. This is the example of application letter, the second paragraph. The third, the third paragraph is indicate your work experience and training seasons attended. Okay, the second paragraph you talk about education, you have reached, and then now your experience and training season attended. Maybe you have worked in another company, so you have to write down in your application letter that you have had work in another country. Maybe it is uh, can can accept you to be an employer. Example, for almost 5 years, I have worked in the accounting department of CCP accounting firm. My experience in this company gave me a lot of knowledge about the techniques and terminology particular to this job. During this period, I also worked as a part-time accountant at Seaside Corporation. My past experience in these two companies will help me adjust to your program in a short span of training period. Yeah, this is the application letter. D. Fourth paragraph. It is indicates of personal attitudes, interests, qualities, activities towards the job. For example, to have a chance to get into a higher pace of accounting. I plan to push through with my accounting training through a school program in the evening. Yeah, next paragraph. To make the employer believe that you are the right person the company has been looking for. Example, encloses my resume to give you a more detailed information about my qualifications. So in the fifth paragraph, you make resume. You write that you have sent your resume. You have give your resume. Uh, you give more detailed information about you, your qualification, your ability. You write in the application letter. You promote yourself. That is the aims that you will be accepted. How to make the company accepted you to be an employer. All right. Next. This is the example of an application letter. Sixth paragraph, urge the employer to act on your application letter by requesting for an interview. Example, may I have a personal interview? You can reach through this telephone number. So you write your phone number in your application letter. Maybe if the employer interest to you, uh, maybe they will phone you or contact you in your phone number. Okay, this is the example of application letter. And next, complimentary clause serves to end the message just as goodbye serves to end a conversation. So this is the salam hormat in Indonesian language. For example, very truly yours. Hormat saya. This is the form of application letter, complimentary clause. And last, signature. Contain the name and signature of the writer. After you have write the complimentary, so you write your name and you sign that. This is the example of application letter. So, our lesson today, we can conclude that writing an application letter, we begins from heading. You write in the top left of your letter, and then inside address also in the same form, and salutation also in the left side of your letter. And this is the body, and there are many paragraphs there. And then after that, complimentary clause, very truly yours, hormat saya, for example, in Indonesian language. And finally, signature. Who is the writer of the application letter? You write down your name and sign it. Okay, I think our lesson today is over. Is I hope you are able to make an application letter. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye.